Splash FM 105.5.
It is always good to welcome you to another time out on the program Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Welcome. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. You understand that it is the platform to get your thoughts on the table. So let's engage on the program Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan today. So Saturday was June 12th, Democracy Day. And then the president gave a speech, a broadcast on Saturday morning. And I'm going to be looking at that speech this morning, just a few lines or a few items therefrom. And then I'll ask you to engage on that. Remember also the June 12th phenomenon still, rages Though if you look across board, even in the media, social media, and so on and so forth, conversations around the phenomenon MKO Abiola and the sacrifice that he brought to bear to the extent that we now have what you call democracy. Okay. So since 1999, about 22 years now of uninterrupted democracy. I thought I should just ask you what your thoughts are about democracy as we practice it today in Nigeria. So we'll be talking about that at length on the program today. Of course, it's also the World Blood Donor Day 2021. I will be talking about that. I'm expecting some guests much later on the program today. We'll be talking about blood and the Blood Donor Day, conversations. I have questions about the number of Nigerians who donate. I was looking at statistics about blood donation across the world, and particularly Africa, and specifically Nigeria. And I thought that it was too low. And that article that I read was, the experts are saying that that's, something that, makes us vulnerable in this part of the world. If you understand that a large percentage of maternal death is because there's usually shortage of blood. I think is one of the very primary causes of, death in women who are giving birth to children. We'll talk about that also. Questions about why are we not donating blood, and then some of those questions around it. I just want to focus a little on the broadcast by the president on Saturday, the 12th of June 2021. Okay, so just a bit of that. Okay, so maybe I should lead the conversation with this one. It's in the Vanguard newspaper. Afenifere, MBF, Pandef, Khan. Others raise dust over Buhari's June 12 speech. President Muhammadu Buhari's Democracy Day speech, television interviews, and claims that he has made the country better than he met it in 2015 are still raising dust in the polity. The Pan-Yoruba Social Political Organization, Afenifere, said the president's comments and positions were short of expectations and exposed this administration as one bent on taking steps that are not in the best interest of most Nigerians. Afenifere was reacting to the speech by the president to mark the June 12th Democracy Day and the interviews he granted on Thursday and Friday on Arise Television and NTA, respectively. Also, Middlebelt Forum, MBF, asked President Buhari to apologize to Nigerians for ruining Nigeria's economy and plunging the people into hardship due to his bad policies. Even as the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, said it is focused on assessing realities on the ground concerning the living conditions of citizens across the country, rather than whether President's Democracy Day speech was good or bad. However, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and former Commissioner for Information in Edo State, Chief Charles Idahosa, gave President Buhari plaudits in his Democracy Day speech and dismissed the June 12 protests in many parts of the country as sponsored and uncalled for. All right, so let's get to the perspectives here. In the statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Jare Ajayi, Afenifere said Nigerians were better off in terms of living conditions in 2015 than now, and expressed its disappointment at the president's disclosure that he had directed the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation to recover and reopen grazing routes throughout the country. Okay, so you have that. I guess you need to find the story. It's in the Vanguard of today. Just give you the headline. Afenifere, MBF, Pandef, Khan. Others raise dust over Buhari's June 12 speech. And talking about that June 12 speech, thought I should let you in on some of the my own snapshots of the speech. So the president, talked about the fact that we have democracy. It says it's a celebration of freedom and a victory for one people, one country, and one Nigeria. I'm reading directly from the broadcast. I mean, the text of it that I have here. So he talked about, okay, let me go to this one before I go to the other part that, that had been very contentious. Okay, so if you look at the paragraph 14 up to about 27, the president was talking about the things that had been done to address the twin underlying drivers of insecurity. He talked about poverty and youth unemployment. And then, so he went ahead to, give, more like a highlight or high point of the things that this government had put in place to assuage the condition of young people and also solve poverty question. I'll need you to listen to the president by himself. Listen, this is what he has to say. Just it's still talking points on Splash FM. Okay, all right, okay, let's see. Hello. Okay, I'll try to get the audio back for you. Just one second, and now it will be done. Okay, it's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Let's take a bite of what the president had to say here.
We are, at the same time, addressing the twin underlying drivers of insecurity, namely poverty and youth unemployment. Interventions led by government and the Central Bank of Nigeria driving economic growth over the past 6 years are targeted mostly to the agricultural, services, infrastructure, power, and healthcare sectors of the economy. In the agricultural sector, for instance, the Anchor Borrowers Program resulted in sharp decline in the nation's major food import bill from $2.23 billion United States dollars in 2014 to $0.59 billion United States dollars by the end of 2018. Rice import bill alone dropped from $1 billion United States dollars to $18.5 million annually. This initiative, supported by local production of rice, maize, cotton, and cassava, government financed 2.5 million smallholder farmers cultivating about 3.2 million hectares of farmland all over the country and created 10 million direct and indirect jobs. Several other initiatives, namely agribusiness, small and medium enterprise investment scheme, the non-oil export stimulation facility, the targeted credit facilities operated across the 774 local governments. In the manufacturing sector, the Central Bank of Nigeria, Bank of Industry, 200 billion naira facility financed the establishment and operation of 60 new industrial hubs across the country, creating an estimated 890,000 direct and indirect jobs. The CBN's 50 billion naira textile sector intervention facility increased capacity utilization of generators from 30% to nearly 90%. The Economic Sustainability Plan, our rebound plan for the COVID-19 pandemic, developed in 2020, is currently being executed. The plan is primarily focused on the non-oil sector, which has recorded phenomenal growth, contributing over 90% to the GDP growth in the first quarter of 2021. Though marginal, we have recorded GDP growth over 2 quarters. Second quarter of 2020 and first quarter of 2021. This is evidence of a successful execution of the economic sustainability plan by the federal government. My vision of pulling 100 million poor Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years has been put into action and can be seen in the National Social Investment Program, a first in Africa and one of the largest in the world, where over 32.6 million beneficiaries are taking part. We now have a national social register of poor and vulnerable households identified across 708 local government areas, 8,723 wards, and 86,610 communities in the 36 states and the FCT. Our conditional cash transfer program has benefited over 1.6 million poor and vulnerable households, comprising more than 8 million individuals. This provides a monthly stipend of 10,000 naira per household. I have also recently approved the National Poverty Reduction with Growth Strategy Plan that augments existing plans to further reduce poverty in Nigeria. As at the end of 2020, the Development Bank of Nigeria had disbursed 324 billion naira in loans to more than 136,000 micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises through 40 participating financial institutions. I am to note that 57% of these beneficiaries are women, while 27% are the youth.
All right, it's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. You heard the president there talking about initiatives put in place by the government to, really, fight the scourge of violence, poverty, and unemployment in the country. I need you to also listen to this one before I come to you for a moment. The president said that in the last 2 years, we have witnessed and overcome a good number of testy challenges that would have destroyed other nations, especially relating to our collective security. So he saluted the can-do spirit of the Nigerian and also said that this is what has really sustained the country in these trying times. Listen to him directly in this area.
In the last 2 years, we have witnessed and overcome a good number of testy challenges that would have destroyed other nations, especially relating to our collective security. The indefatigable can-do spirit of the Nigerian has sustained us and will keep pushing us to put these challenges behind us. Unfortunately, some of these challenges came in the shape of violent outrages, leading to loss of lives of many of our dear compatriots and the destruction of some of our infrastructure, including those devoted to improving our democratic processes. Once again, I want to render my sincere and heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of our gallant servicemen and women who lost their lives in the line of duty and as sacrifice to keep Nigeria safe. I extend the same condolence to the families and friends of our countrymen, women and children who were unfortunate victims of such senseless arsons, kidnappings, and murders. I also share the pains of families and direct victims of ransom seeking, kidnapped victims who went through unimaginable trauma in the course of their forced imprisonment. Let me assure my fellow citizens that every incident, however minor, gives me great worry and concern, and I immediately order security agencies to swiftly but safely rescue victims and bring perpetrators to justice. Fellow Nigerians, when you elected me as your president in 2015, you did so knowing that I will put an end to the growing insecurity, especially the insurgency in the Northeast. But the unintended consequences of scattering them in the Northeast push them further in country, which is what we are now facing and dealing with. We will, by the grace of God, put an end to these challenges too. Unfortunately, like in most conflict situations, some Nigerian criminals are taking undue advantage of a difficult situation and profiteering therefrom with a misguided belief that adherence to the democratic norms handicaps this administration from promptly and decisively tackling them. We are already addressing these obstacles, and we will soon bring some of these culprits to justice.
Splash FM 105.5.
Looking beautiful, they are met with one click. AI selfie with the pictures on flick. Full high definition with a large screen. Infinix, no time. Top speed with a Helio G95. Super speed where they make you satisfied. Walk and play, everything is okay. Infinix, no 10 over 10. Hey yo, this is a real deal. Infinix, no 10. Hey yo, this is a real deal. Infinix, no 10, ultimate strength.
Enjoy super-fast processor with the new Infinix Note 10 with Helio G95 speed, especially for better gaming experience. And a 6.95-inch FHD screen for wider viewing pleasures. Infinix Note 10 meets beauty with strength.
Enter the place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting they cause all the shine. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
If you had the clearest camera designed for the best selfies on a smartphone, where would you take your first picture?
Probably at the beach with the backdrop of the midnight skies.
At the cinema. It's dark and all, but for the best selfie, darkness shouldn't be a thing, right?
Or maybe I'll take it in front of my favorite suya spot. Some soft light and legendary suya in the background.
Wherever you choose, stand out with the new Techno Camon 17 smartphone. With its 48MP selfie lens for the clearest selfie, 64MP ultra-night camera for stunning pictures in low light, and the MediaTek Helio G95 processor for quality gaming and streaming performance. Techno Camon 17. It's time to stand out.
Maybe your mom will do something and you tell her, Mommy, you don't know fear. You can't say that to your mother-in-law because you will get in trouble.
Women are the salt and spice of life. To keep the spice of life alive, Women Matters. Orobiri Season 2. It's here, bigger and better. Catch the show on this station every Thursday by 10 a.m. Let's talk all about women. Women Matters. If it matters to women, it matters to us. Proudly sponsored by FC Wamco, makers of 3 Crowns Milk.
Chai blessing. Your Bobo don't dash you gift again.
He bought me the new itel P37 smartphone, and right there, I got a free gift and 3,000 naira airtime.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The itel Mega Sales promo is on. Buy the new itel P37 and stand a chance to win a package of itel family products like itel TV, itel laptops, and many more. Promo runs from now till the 30th of June. Terms and conditions apply. itel, enjoy better life.
Iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná a máa fúnni ní ìmọ́lẹ̀ a sì máa mú ìdẹ̀rùn wá láti wá dènà ìjàmbá iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná. Ojúlówó wáyà tàbí kébù ló yẹ ká fi fa iná nínú ilé, lọ́fíìsì àti nínú ìlú. Pure wires and cables ní àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ mọ̀nàmọ́ná àti àwọn agbaṣẹ́ṣe yàn láàyò. Ojúlówó ni, kì í bó lára, kò kì í jóná àbáàdì, kì í kán sínú, ó sì fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Ìdí nìyí tí Standard Organization of Nigeria fi fòǹtẹ̀tẹ̀ tí Nigeria Electrical Contractors náà fi dìbò fún. Bí copper cable ṣe wà ní aluminium cable ń bẹ nípele lówó tí kò gún pa. Pure wires and cables tó jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Kaman ló ṣe ojúlówó wires and cable jáde. Olú iléeṣẹ́ Pure Wires and Cables Limited wà ní Afrin's Compound, Fort Gate, number 122/132, Oṣòdì Apapa Expressway, Ìyànà Ìsọlọ̀ bus stop, Lagos. Ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní 080-803-03257. Pure Wires and Cables. Ìrọ̀rùn fi iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, you're welcome back. You're still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. You heard the president there. I mean, the broadcast on Saturday, the 12th of June, 2021, you know, making some assertions and also making just giving his commitment to making Nigeria better and safer and more secure. But the question is, I was asking earlier, so how is this democracy going for you? So, 22 years of uninterrupted democracy, and how is it going for you? That's the question that I thought I should ask you. Okay, 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 07069 493 3000. I told you I'll be talking about blood. Today is World Blood Donor Day 2021. A few questions that I thought I should ask the experts. They are here already. I'll bring them to the microphone in a moment. Meanwhile, I just thought I should allow Goke just a minute. Goke, you heard the president there talking about the things his government had put in place to, cure the country of poverty and youth unemployment, essentially. All the anchor borrowers and all these other programs. So your thoughts?
For me, it's pathetic, and I'm not going to hide my, displeasure concerning this present administration. Let's leave all the statistics up, because the president is sounding to me like someone that I've been given something to read and just read out the stats. We know what is clear, Michael.
What is clear?
You understand that presently we are not finding it funny economically. We understand that politically we are not having the structure good.
The way to solve the economic problem is to put, all the safeguards in place.
Are you talking about the, 5,000 naira?
The anchor borrowers, the rice,
5,000 naira, the 10,000 naira to lift people out of poverty.
What about the agribusiness and so on and so forth?
Are all of these policies of a serious government? You want to lift people out of poverty by giving them 5,000 naira? What can you buy with 5,000 naira? Enter OJ market. What can you get? We have to be truthful with ourselves. The other time I was speaking with Honorable Shina Pella, and I was asking concerning insecurity. And of course, he's a member of the APC, and he said it's clear. It's clear that anybody can just be kidnapped anywhere. Everybody have a kidnap value. We are not safe. The rich are not safe. The poor are not safe. And we are talking about insecurity here, and you're saying you do better in the next 2 years, just that his government is going to wind up. And what exactly are they doing? You see, the president cannot continue to send condolences all around. What are you doing to make sure that our servicemen are good.
All right.
What are you doing to make sure that people are not being killed on a daily basis? You know, I've been saying it, that maybe the management will need to look into us that, we gather Metro stories. It's always a sad Monday for me. Every Monday, trying to gather Metro stories is always sad.
Okay.
Because you just hear that all around. I'm not impressed.
Okay.
That's my point.
That's Goki. There. Thank you, Goki, for speaking your mind.
It's always nice to talk about this government.
Okay, 0809 155 1055. Just one call before I go to blood. Okay, 0805 699 8678 and 07069 499 3000. If that call will materialize now. Okay, so essentially, I'll just transition, if you allow me, into the next matter. So today is World Blood Donor Day, and this World Blood Donor Day is always taking place on the 14th of June of every year. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome to Talking.
This is Aiko calling from Vera.
Very quickly, sir.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the Mr. Guki. He's not only speaking his mind, he's speaking the mind of every Nigerian. Anyone who is a very busy government, and is no other person than the enemy of Nigerian. Nigeria is not happy. We are not happy with this present administration. What administration that is killing himself?
Ayikoto. So you are allowed not to be happy. Okay? But the question is, what do you think about these processes that the president announced that his government had put in place? So if you are moving from the state of not being happy, if these projects are put in place and in the next 1 or 2 years you can see these things materialize, or would it not be fair to also say, oh wow, they've done something?
Everything of Mr. President is false.
Hello? Okay, sorry about that. I think you have to call back if I can allow the call in. I'd like to go to my next level of the conversation here. So I was saying that the World Blood Donor Day is just a day to raise global awareness on the need for safe blood and blood products for transfusion and of the critical contribution of voluntary unpaid blood donors as well. Okay, so essentially, those are just the conversations around the World Blood Donor Day. But I have a tilt to the conversation, and I am hoping that the experts in the House will help us to make sense of this thing. According to a Premium Times report of today, it says that the World Blood Donor Day, severe consequences as Nigeria gets 27% of annual blood need. So the story here says that there are less and less Nigerians donating blood, and even most of those who donate are those who are usually family donors, and these ones also are essentially people who are paid to donate. So what are the questions around the World Blood Donor Day, and why are these Nigerians hesitant? Okay, that's the word that came to my mind. Hesitating from donating blood. I have experts here. Mrs. Tolu Akinyemi is a medical laboratory scientist and hematology department of University College Hospital, UCH in Ibadan here. Welcome, madam.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Let me start with you. Okay. What are the questions? What are the issues? What are the things stopping Nigerians from donating?
Thank you very, very much for the question. The major issue that I feel that could be responsible for that is probably because most times when we go out trying to educate people to come and donate, many of them would say, oh, I haven't hit poverty level.
Okay.
I think because of the increase in poverty level of Nigerians, many of them are very scared in coming out to say they want to donate. Somebody who has not eaten breakfast or probably did not even go to bed with food, it's difficult for you to convince that person to come and donate. More so, they are donating freely. It's not that they are getting something back in return. So poverty level of the country is number one. Then the second one is illiteracy. Many of them are not educated to that level, because they would say, oh, what if I give that blood and at the end of the day something happens to me and I die? Many people do not know that they have probably up to 5 liters of blood in their system, and what we only want to collect just like half a liter of it. And more so when they come like that, we don't just bleed them, subject them to bleeding and all of that. We do ensure that we carry out adequate screening to be sure that they have more than enough in their body that they can give out of it and to not be detrimental to them.
All right, so I'm looking at stats here, really. It says that roughly with a roughly 200 million population, the global health body says that that's World Health Organization says Nigeria needs an average of 1.8 million pints of blood annually to keep the health of people safe and sound. But the country's agency in charge of blood donation, Nigeria's National Blood Transfusion Service, NBTS, says it collects only 500,000 pints of blood every year, having a shortfall of about 73.3%. Dr. Akunwata Chima, consultant hematologist, UCH. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Just like I asked her, we have a shortage, 73% shortage of blood, donation. So we are expecting we should have about 1.8 million pints, but we have roughly around 500,000. Yeah. A long shot, if you ask me. But then you are the specialist in this area. So she talked about illiteracy. She talked about poverty. What are the encumbrances really? Why is it? Or maybe I should start by asking whether it is basically because there is not enough awareness.
Well, thank you for the question. It is really multifactorial. There are a lot of factors. She has mentioned about 2. There are people who think in themselves that they are not fit to donate. That is, they look at themselves for a number of reasons, and there are also some myth or some wrong notions about blood donation that has kept people from donating. You know how our people value look at blood. Blood is life, and blood is precious. And our people, when you talk about blood, some of them also have a negative thoughts like ritual use of blood. So some of these things you will not believe it, but it's something that keep people from donating. The good thing that we have is that the blood is not collected by an individual. It is collected in government hospitals. So you will not say that somebody is going to use your blood for anything. Government doesn't need your blood for anything. You don't understand? So these are some of the misconceptions about donation. Some people think that when they donate, they will die. Some people think that when they donate, their life, their stars, if I should use that, will be transferred to another person. So these are misconceptions. And the way our people talk about something will be transferred by blood. Actually, it is in real science, it is genetics. So people will think that there is a transfer through blood, but it doesn't work like that.
I understand that, just like she said, that you do screening before you even, accept blood. So,
yes.
So you can basically clear some doubts before blood is, taken from people. So HIV testing and some other.
That's not even all.
Okay.
Before even we get to HIV, you are supposed to be fit enough to donate. If your PCV is not, that is your blood volume, is not at a particular level. For a woman, we are looking at least 36%. For a man, we're looking at least 39%. If your PCV is not at that level, you will not even be allowed to, you will not pass that first stage of screening. Then you go to the second stage of screening for all those transfusion, transmissible infection. So, that in fact, this will allay the fears of people who think that, I don't have enough. Because if you don't have enough, actually, the one thing about these blood donors day is that we are looking at how to protect the donors. We are celebrating the donors, looking at how to protect them. So one way to protect them is to collect blood only from those who are fit, those who have enough to give. If you have less than 36, you should rather build it up than try to give another person.
Okay, so I will come to how to build it up in a moment. But the big question for me is that some experts even think that if you have, the capacity, I mean the 1.8 million pints of blood donated, that there are no facilities to house the blood. Is it true?
Well, thank you very much. Facilities to the 1.8 million that we use per annum is not, we don't really have to house it once like that, because blood it can only take 30 to 35 days before it expires.
Okay.
So we collect blood in phases. Okay, so if this month the volume that we need required is like 2,000, that is what we go for, and we ensure that it doesn't expire before it is used up.
Okay. So I will come to, after this break, I will come to the question of how we need to encourage people to donate, but we need to answer the big question about the fitness itself. You started by saying that a lot of people, give the argument of poverty. And some people will say that my blood is not rich. So which blood am I donating? Some people even say that somebody's blood is watery. I want us to define some of these things and help the people to understand, the intricacies of some of these things and why they should just come out to donate. When we come back from this break, it's still Talking Points on Splash FM. Please don't go away.
Splash FM 105.5.
For a healthy family.
Attain the knowledge you require to join the broadcasting industry. Splash FM Media Academy offers premium training to both aspiring and practicing personalities. And enroll now at Splash FM Media Academy for a certificate of proficiency in broadcast journalism. Splash FM Media Academy courses include Introduction to Presentation, Basic Production, Digital Media, Yoruba Presentation, plus interactive practical mentorship session with veterans and industrial placement. To register, visit the Splash FM Media Academy beside White House, Felele, Ibadan. You can also register online at splashfm1055.com/academy or call 0705-439-3332. Visit our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram at Splash FM Academy for more details. Realize your potential and pursue a career in radio broadcasting today. Splash FM Media Academy, preserving media integrity.
Don't worry, Ma. He'll be home on time, just like his dad.
Are you sure?
Yes, Ma. I'm cooking their favorite jollof with Sonia tomato mix. They are here.
Hey, is that jollof ready?
See? Right on time.
Your loved ones will always rush home for tasty meals prepared with Sonia tomato mix.
Mommy, the jollof is yummy.
I wouldn't miss this jollof for anything.
It's so good eating together with a family.
Yes, Ma. All thanks to Sonia.
Sonia tomato mix brings you together. Proudly Nigerian.
A fully furnished, nice and comfortable hostel accommodation in University of Ibadan, or a place for seminars and executive trainings at the same venue? You do not have to worry. Adebayo Akonde Hall suits your lodging needs and provides you a home away from home. Adebayo Akonde Hall is a 4-star hostel built in a serene environment with constant supply of electricity. It has fully furnished rooms that gives you great comfort at an affordable price. Adebayo Akonde Hall is located at Ajibode Extension, University of Ibadan. To make reservations, visit www.adebayohall.com or call the numbers 0805-699-8718, 08056998719, 0805-699-8720. Adebayo Akode Hall. Built for comfort. Built for you.
Scent of fresh. I feel the freshness. I got the confidence. With the liquid filled chewing gum, not scent of fresh. I'm feeling good. I feel so yes, I feel so fresh. I feel so fresh. I got confidence. Scent of fresh. The correct chewing gum, not scent of fresh. No darling with scent of fresh.
Scent of fresh chewing gum. Trust the freshness.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ojúlówó Nasco cornflakes kún fún èròjà tí ń ṣara lóore tó dára nítorí wípé Old Flaked cornflakes náà ni. Old Flaked cornflakes ní apilẹ̀ṣe ní ìlànà tí gbogbo èròjà ṣara lóore inú rẹ̀ ò fi lè yingin. Oúnjẹ aṣara lóore ni, adùn inú rẹ̀ àfẹnuwó, ó sì dára fún gbogbo ẹbí. Nítorí náà, tí àtijẹ cornflakes bá dé, rí i dájú pé Old Flaked Nasco cornflakes ló yàn láàyò, oúnjẹ aládùn tó dára ní gbogbo ìgbà.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Ìfẹ́ mi níbo lobìnrin yìí wà?
Ọkọ mi, kí nìyẹn?
Àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ yìí tí ẹnìkan fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi lórí WhatsApp. Ó ń já mi láyà o.
Kí ni nǹkan tó ń já yín láyà? Ó jẹ́ ti kàn sí Africa Check lórí WhatsApp láti ṣàrídájú pé ìròyìn yìí ṣe fọkàn tán. Tí èyíkéyìí fídíò, fọ́tò, ìfọ̀ránṣẹ́ tàbí àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́ kan bá mú ìfúnra lọ́wọ́ tó ń jáni láyà tàbí mọ́kàn pòrúurú, Africa Check yóò bá yín ṣàyẹ̀wò rẹ̀. Ọlọ́gbọ́n yẹn o. Ǹjẹ́ o ní ìròyìn tí o kò lè ṣe ìwádìí rẹ̀? Fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa lórí WhatsApp ní 09083777789. Africa Check yóò ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́ láti ya òótọ́ sọ́tọ̀ kúrò nínú àròsọ.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, it's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. I have experts from Hematology Department, UCH, Mrs. Tolu Akinyemi, Medical Laboratory Scientist, and Dr. Kunwata Chima is a consultant hematologist, UCH. Before that break, I was asking about, the fitness question and the poverty mix. And I was saying something here. This stat says maternal mortality is high in Nigeria due to the shortage of blood. 800,000 to 840,000 women out of 100,000 die during childbirth. It's a big matter here because of the shortage of blood. So one of the arguments for, people staying away from donating is the question of fitness and poverty. Someone will tell you that I'm just drinking gari, so my blood cannot be fit enough, or I don't think I have enough blood. How do you respond to that, Dr. Chima?
Okay, thank you. Talking about fitness to donate, let us know who is fit, who is eligible to donate. If you are 18 years and you are less than 65 years, you are eligible to donate. If your weight is more than 50 kg, you are eligible to donate. If the another problem, if you do not have some illnesses or some diseases that can be transferred to another person, you are eligible to donate. So if you see this, you can see that many people are actually eligible because they are above 18, they are weighing more than 50 kg already, and not many people have some of these diseases, or when they do, you can find out during screening whether they are fit to donate or not. Then when you now talk about the poverty myth, there is something there. Really, that the fact that you are eating bread or drinking gari or something like that does not really say that your blood is not enough. It does not mean that your blood will be watery. If your blood is watery, it means that you are anemic. Then you are not fit. But the fact that you are taking all these things and you are carrying out your daily activities, I can still tell you that you will be when you present yourself for donation, you will be surprised that you are fit. Your blood level is good enough for that donation.
Okay.
So there are nutrients in gari or bread or something which you may not know how to quantify.
Oh wow.
So don't bother yourself about that. You are fit already.
Okay. So I want to come to you, madam. I need you to address the people, and if it's possible for you to, do it in the local language, we will not mind. Okay, to tell the people why they need to donate and that they should respond very promptly to this call.
All right. Thank you. I would like to say that there are so many companies that produces milk, Indomie, rice, and all of that, but there's no company that produce blood.
Okay.
And there are a lot of people that their lives are dependent on receiving blood. And they depend on us, they depend on me. If I don't give my blood, then it means that these people, we are cutting their lives short. So we should see it as a duty, as a responsibility, to our community to give. The one that you have in your system is given to you by God. And so what can you do to benefit other people? So let's see it as our own responsibility, in helping other people. And I want to tell you that if you do it, you are doing yourself a lot of good, because whether you give blood or you don't give blood, after 120 days, the red blood cells will be removed from your body by some organs. So it's better you come. When you give it, you feel good about yourself, you feel light, you feel refreshed, you feel rejuvenated. And when you come for that, many people are carrying some illnesses and diseases that they don't know. That is when they come to blood bank for checking that they know that, so I have hepatitis B, and then we direct them to the right quarters to take their medication and treatment.
Àwọn kan ní táwọn bá ti fẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ pé ìràwọ̀ àwọn lẹ ti gbà á lẹ̀ nìyẹn, àbí?
Kò sí nǹkan tó jọ. Tán bá wá, tán bá fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n máa wà òkè.
Wọ́n á tún lókun sí.
Wọ́n á lókun sí ni okun wọn máa tún jí pépé sí ni.
Tá bá mu gàrí láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́.
Kò sọ́dọ̀.
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ wo ló wà nínú ara ẹni tó mu gàrí láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́.
Tá bá ti pàdé àwọn èèyàn tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, a máa sọ fún wọn pé kán wá ná. Tí wọ́n bá wá, àwọn ò fẹ́ ká gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ lára yín kó dá wàhálà fún wọn, kó tún dá wàhálà fún patient. So tá bá wá, tá bá ṣe àyẹ̀wò fún wọn, tá a yẹ̀ wọ́n wò dáadáa, tá a rí pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ní kò lè tó fún wọ̀gàn pàápàá àwọn gọ́sàwágùn òfin tó máa dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ fún wa, because tá a bá ń gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ́ni ẹ bá dákú lórí couch wa, wàhálà ní fún àwa náà.
Ní ìṣẹ́jú kan, ẹni tó bá fẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ̀, ibo ni kí wọ́n wá?
Àwọn tó bá fẹ́ fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ kàn wá sí blood bank, University College Hospital, ilé ìṣègùn oríta mẹ́fà ní blood bank, or kí wọ́n lọ sí National Blood Transfusion tó wà ní Total Garden nílùú Ìbàdàn.
Okay, so I need you to render that in English. So anyone who wants to donate, where should they come to? That's a big question for me, because I'm ready for action now.
Yes, we are. In fact, we are ready also. If you want to donate, you can come to University College Hospital in Ibadan. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow you can still come.
Okay.
We are there to receive you. It's 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Now, you can also go to the National Blood Transfusion Services, just at Total Garden area.
Yeah.
You can donate blood there also.
All right. Mrs. Tolu Akinyemi, Medical Laboratory Scientist, Hematology Department, UCH. Thank you very much for coming, madam.
Thank you.
Dr. Chima, yes?
Yeah, I just want to also emphasize that part of blood donors is to bring to rally or to make governments to know to pool resources.
Okay.
Like your question about storage. So there are those people that have a lot of 1.8 million. It's not supposed to be given to 1.8 million people.
We have to go.
Yes. So there are a lot of manufacturing that can also go on inside that blood.
Okay, Dr. Akunwata Chima is the consultant hematologist, UCH. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you.
Goki, thank you also for coming. The job is done for today. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. Please do everything within your power to make this nation better. Do not dump refuse in the waterways. And please donate blood today. Enjoy the rest of the day.